Hi there, good morning. How's everyone doing? I have a bunch of art supplies and art books and like comics and reference books that I've sort of been collecting over the past few months. And I figured I'd just, I don't know, do a haul video since I have I keep buying all of this stuff. Anyway, this bag, a couple months ago I went to Seattle and they have a Kinokuniya up there, which I've never been to, but if you've never been, it's a Japanese bookstore. But they have all sorts of books, comics, manga, you name it. And they also had a really large stationery section, which since I was there, I had to hit up. So I'll go ahead and open this bag. Let's see what goodies we got. Also, I'm testing out the audio, so if this audio track doesn't work out, I guess I'm going to be doing a voiceover later, so. Alright, let's see. We'll start with these. I bought some of these, what are they? Mitsubishi pencils? Yeah, I don't know. I've heard good things about them. I don't think my camera has autofocus, so you guys are just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, these are just regular pencils. I've heard good things about them, so I got a couple different hardnesses. I got 2H, 2B, and then HB. So, haven't sharpened them yet, so we'll see. And actually, do I have my sharpener? Of course I don't have my sharpener. One moment. Alright, I'm back. We've time traveled. I got my sharpener and I went ahead and sharpened one of these. Doesn't Mitsubishi make cars? Like, why did they make pencils? Just, I don't know. Anyway, we'll test this out. It's a pencil. That's very nice. Drawing eyeballs, my favorite. Let me test this with another pencil. Is it this one? What is this one? Oh yeah, that feels way different. It might be kind of hard to tell on camera, but this is kind of like an old, I've had this set for ages, but it's a Derwent, just normal pencil. But yeah, the Mitsubishi is definitely, the lead is a lot, the graphite's a lot richer, and it feels very smooth. So these will be fun pencils to break out once I finally go through this Derwent pencils. I've had this set, like these old Derwent set for like years now, and they're still kicking. So anyway, yeah, so Mitsubishi pencils. They're a little pricey for pencils, but they're nice. So I don't know. Yeah, nice pencils. Speaking of pencils, I bought a few of these, which these are kind of interesting mechanical pencils. These are Pilots. Furifuri Corone, 0.5 millimeter lead. These are both the same kind of pencil. They just have different patterns. This one's got this nice plaid one on it. This one's stuck in the packaging. And scissors. But kind of the nifty thing about these pencils is that unlike, because most mechanical pencils, they're usually click feed, these ones you just shake. And I was kind of like blown away. But yeah, just a normal mechanical pencil. Not sure about this lead. It's a little scratchy. I don't know if it's because it's new. The lead's fine, you know. Yeah, just it's kind of a fun mechanical pencil. And the mechanical pencils that I normally use are these also Pilot mechanical drafting pencils, but these are the H325 Pilots, and I really like these. These are kind of like a entry-level drafting pencil, and they last a long time. There's basically 2 that I rotate through that I use all the time, but these were just cute pencil patterns, and they were kind of neat, so I went ahead and bought them. But yeah, anyway, we got those. What else? Bought a couple of ink cartridges. What did we get? Which brand is this? Oh, yeah, so I bought some platinum. I think this one is in green and yellow. Oh, I bought yellow cartridges. I bought a fountain pen that came with green ink, but I swapped it out. Yeah, this one in yellow. And then I also bought some of the carbon ink cartridges. So I think I can't read these because it's all in Japanese, but I think this might be dye-based ink, if I remember correctly. And then the carbon ink cartridges are pigment-based, and normally you don't use pigment-based inks in fountain pens because it'll clog your fountain pens. Dude, I had another pen somewhere. Where did it go? Ooh, it's gone missing. Oh no, maybe it's the green one. It's the green one. Never mind. I'm a dummy. So I bought this Platinum Preppy. This one is a 0.3, and then this one is 0.2. But yeah, this one has some yellow ink in it already. And I want to say it's dye-based. I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'll have to do an experiment. I don't know if this ink is... Let's see. Yeah, so this ink is... most fountain pen inks aren't waterproof. But that's part of the reason why I like the carbon ink. Because they are waterproof. Because they're pigment-based. So, which is nice. But yeah, I just bought a couple additional cartridges. I have a bottle of ink that I normally use to refill my fountain pens, but the 2 fountain pens I don't like the refillable cartridges. They're kind of a pain in the butt to fill, so I bought these in the hopes that I could, once I use the ink, I can reuse the cartridges for some of the other platinum pens that I bought. But yeah, I bought 2 of the Preppies, which... This nib's really nice. I'll try this one real quick. I think this one came with some black ink. So these cartridges are really easy. You just pop them in. There's a little ball bearing. Yep, and there we go. So shake it a little. Usually it takes a couple minute or so to get going. I don't know if this one might be dye-based too. Oh, there it goes. That's interesting. That's kind of a gray color. Yeah, this ink is not waterproof, I can tell already. I'll go ahead and give this a whirl. Yeah, not waterproof. That one was still wet. Throw that on the floor. Yeah, it's interesting. This is supposed to be like black ink, but it's kind of just a dark gray. Although these platinum Preppies write really smooth. I like them. They're nice. Definitely be using those. Let's see, I bought another, is this, no, this is Pilot. This is a Pilot pen. Yeah, but this is the High-Tech C. It's just it's a gel pen. A lot of people use these. These are really nice, kind of fine tipped. I don't use gel pens very often, but sometimes they're fun to noodle around with. And the nice thing about these is these are really, really fine tip nibs. So you can get some really like, dainty lines if it'll get going. Yeah, so might be kind of hard to see, but this is like a oop. Really fine. Is this blurry? I can't tell. I don't know. All right. Yeah, this is just a really fine tip. So fun to noodle around with. I have one already. I like it. Again, not waterproof, but fun to noodle around with. So there's that. And then these are just not art supplies, but these are little like bandana pouch thingies. No, they're not. They're the little fabric things that you use to wrap like bento boxes and stuff in. But the patterns are really nice, so and they weren't super expensive, so I just went ahead and bought them. I'll probably use them for something at some point. Don't know what. All right. And then this one's got little food things. Little food things on them. I like the colors on this one. I really like oranges. So, but yeah, that's that. All right, what else? Move this aside. All right. So those are all the pens and pencils that I've bought in the past couple of months. We'll go ahead and move on to some books. So I've bought too many books. All right, we'll start with this one because it's smaller. But yeah, this is a just Terada Katsuya sketch art book. So I bought it. He does like these amazing pencil ink sketches. So fun inspo to look through and flip through. There's some naked people in here, so whatever. But yeah. And it's cool. I really like the way they did like some of the sketchbook pages got scanned because it shows the edges of the paper. It's kind of hard to see there, but anyway, just some fun inspiration and reference. Next up, I bought this one too. I think that last book and then this one and the next couple art books I got, I also were from Kinokuniya. So yeah, Ghost of Tsushima art book. I freaking love the video game. It was probably one of the most beautiful video games I've ever played. Just like hands down. So it came with this really nice slipcase. Oh. Put it right there. And they did kind of traditional binding style. I don't think my camera's gonna see. Too far away. Yeah, it's too close. I'm just gonna have to deal. Anyway, they did kind of traditional, I don't know what that binding is called. Enough clearance? Okay. Yeah, but this one has a lot of, kind of concept art, character designs, and then kind of the background setup of a lot of the villages and stuff. It's really pretty. If you've ever played this game, it's amazing. Definitely recommend. It's basically like you're playing a samurai movie. I don't know. It's just really pretty. But yeah, tons of concept art and storyboards and there's stuff, even stuff on like the user interface in here. So, but I think probably one of my favorite parts of the game were all of these like dry brush ink sketches that they did, especially for some of like the Legends bosses that they did. It looked super cool when they were doing it. But yeah, I mean, look at this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the. Oh yeah, these things. These were amazing. Kind of a lot to kind of see in the video game. But yeah, I like the dry brush. It just, the dry brush effect. I'm so bad at it, but it looks really cool. Someday I'll figure out how to do it. But yeah. Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima. Let me put the cover back on. If I can get it back on. Leaving it. All right. Oh, next one we got. I bought this one. The entire thing is in Japanese. I can't read it, but I was obsessed with Persona 5. I put far too many hours into this game. Played Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, but I mean, this game is just so ridiculous and over the top, but also the cat's name is Morgana, and my name is also Morgana, so I was just like, what is this game? I don't know. But anyway, it's got a bunch of like sketches and concept art, and I mean, who doesn't like Joker? Come on. Anyway, plaid shujin pants. Let's go. But yeah, it's got, you know, all of the emotes from the characters and character designs and all sorts of fun stuff. Basically just for everyone. I mean, the art direction in this is such a hodgepodge of things, but it just, the style of this game is just so unique, and it came together in such a bizarre, strange way. But it's amazing, and I loved it. But yeah, I can't read any of this. I think at some point they're going to be releasing an English version of this book, but I, couldn't help myself. I was on vacation. I was like, I'm going to spend my money. So, anyway, yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, I can't read any of this, but there you go. It was about $50. So, but yeah. Anyway, Persona 5. What else do we got? These next ones were originally, I think, Kickstarters from maybe about two years ago. I got this one. Is it Guais? Guais? I'm sorry. The Art of Guzhengwei. But I think this was originally a Kickstarter, and I didn't have money when the Kickstarter came out. But they had a couple of these Kickstarter art books at Kinokuniya, and I just went nuts. So, but yeah, the cool thing about this book and the next book I'm going to show you is not only is it just kind of like a collection of this artist's artwork, but they've got interviews of kind of about how they started out, and they really do, kind of just the journey they've gone on, inspiration, and kind of how-tos. They kind of break down some of the, the illustrations that they've done over the years, which is really neat. I haven't fully dived into this book yet, but I will at some point. But yeah, really cool. If you like their artwork, definitely recommend. Fun, just flip through it real quick. And this one is Eliza, Art of Eliza Ivanova. Her artwork is so... it's so different. I love the way she does her line work. And then all of the blending that she does with her pencil is... her artwork's just super unique. And again, same thing like the last one. It kind of goes over how they started out, you know, their inspirations, you know, how they go about making their artwork and things like that. So, but yeah, again, also haven't dived into this book. But yeah, like they've got all of their supplies listed and things like that as well. Blending tools. So, yeah, this will definitely be a fun one to dive into because I'm really sort of interested in learning how they do some of their pencil and blending techniques. So, yeah. Also from Kinokuniya. All right. These next two I just got off of Amazon. This was just a Skulls and Skeletons vintage graphics book, and I really like skulls. And this has a bunch of old drawings and artwork from, you know, most of this is past copyright, so a lot of this stuff's pretty old. But these are kind of some neat drawings and just reference images. So just flip through, and it's got different parts of the skeletons, not just the skull. Some old anatomical figure drawings and yeah, artistic renditions of things. So, oh, and you can. I don't need that. You can download. Haha, maybe I'll cut that out. You can actually download. Download digital files, digital copies of these to use. Cool. I'll have to do that. I didn't realize there was a digital download with these. Okay, I'll have to blur out my password code. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize there were. Anyway, digital downloads. Neat. And then this one I just got because I am trying to get a little bit better at human anatomy, being a little bit more comfortable with it. So I bought this. Kind of a neat reference book. It's pretty small, but the nice thing is a lot of people, I think on the reviews, were kind of griping about the binding, but I like it because it lays flat. You know, you don't have to worry about trying to pry open the pages and stuff. You can just kind of use it. This isn't an in-depth guide to anatomy. This is just sort of breaking certain larger aspects of the human form down into simplified shapes, which I think is helpful, particularly when you're learning.
Oh my God,
it'd be cool to get
recording.
Be a bit more versed in the actual anatomy of body parts, or in like the muscle groups and things like that. But I'll get there. That's a lot of stuff to remember. But yeah, Morpho Anatomy for Artists. Michael Loricella. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I gotta re-record this. Anyway, my camera cut out, and then I pushed the pause button instead of the record button. So now I gotta do this whole section over again. Anyway, last but not least. So this is probably one of my favorite manga anime series of like all time. I love it. If you're into horror and vampires and gratuitous violence, I definitely recommend. If you're not into those things, I'd probably pass. Anyway, but I have the original, the 10-volume edition of these when they first came out, were released in English, and they're great. Obviously very you know, traditional compact. There's that. But I started rereading it, and I saw these at Barnes & Noble, and I couldn't help myself. So I went ahead and bought the deluxe editions. There's only 3 volumes of these, so if you're interested in getting this series and you want giant, voluptuous pictures of this series for your eyeballs, I definitely recommend. I mean, it's like night and day. Look how much bigger this is. It's like gorgeous. But yeah, anyway, I bought that, so I'm partway through the first volume, and it's even better. I don't know, the 4th or 5th time around reading it. But anyway, that is all the stuff that I have bought in the past couple of months, or have been slowly accumulating. I finally get to use all of these art supplies I bought, because they've literally just been sitting in that paper bag earlier on, and I keep forgetting to take them out. So they've just been sitting there. But I have more time to draw now, so hopefully I'll get around to using them and noodling around. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour of all of this stuff, all of this swag. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, likes and subscribes would be appreciated. And thanks for stopping by. Happy huntings. I will catch you all later.